ogling at Google. Co-founder Sergey Brin is reportedly breaking up with his wife, and while he stands to lose billions to her, hard to say, I don't know what the divorce laws are, Google stands to lose even more. We're now hearing that, is it Sergey or Sergey? Do we know that? I'd never like to mispronounce it because, you know, you never want to offend billionaires. Anyway, we're now hearing that Sergey is dating the marketing manager for Google Glass. That's the company behind those goofy glasses that Google is betting big time on. And Uri Man is worrying that this conflict of interest, or what appears to be, could be something investors might have to start worrying about. Women's advocate Penny Young Nance says that the relationship is a little troublesome. Why, Penny?
Well, first off, it's cliche and tacky, but besides that, it should be concerned to investors, and it should be concerned to the people involved. It's bad for young women because, let's face it, when he's tired of her, as he inevitably will be, of the 26-year-old, she's got that that reputation. Only thing that has to happen is when she's Googled, it's out there. And young women in the workplace that are listening, don't do it. It will follow you. People will think that you slept your way to the top. You don't need anything.
Well, you're not
reputation.
anti people at work, you know, fraternizing. This is across the board.
Single people dating is one thing. Married people dating is a completely another thing.
Okay.
And dating a subordinate is a bad idea because when it's all over, there may be a mess to clean up that has financial ramifications. By the way, divorce is a bad deal financially. It's bad for your viewers. When you leave your wife or a younger woman, you're going to have to pay. The average divorce, if it's unlitigated, is $15,000. Litigated, $50,000. And if you're worth a lot of money, it's going to be a lot more.
All right. Well, we don't care about that. He's got the money and all that. But I will say this.
Oh, I bet he does care.
To the point, I know he does, but that's not the point of this discussion. My point of this discussion is whether his relationship here with this woman heading up this.
Problematic.
Yeah, okay, that's great. I heard you. That's wonderful. Stop. I want you to stop. You're very good. But stop. So, Uri, now is your view that this is dangerous and does present, as she pointed out, a number of conflicts here that are going to be troublesome to Google?
You know, there's an old saying, you know, don't dip your pen in the company ink, and it's true.
Just so you know, this is
a
family show, but if you could just move on from that, we'll go.
Okay, no problem. So, you know, whether or not he's dating her, you know, she's the marketing manager, and if she makes bad decisions and investors perceive that she can't be fired, that's a real problem, and perception here is everything. And, you know, there's nothing new about this. This has happened several times. Even in the past year, multiple CEOs have resigned because of accusations of dating employees. You know, just recently, the CEO of Restoration Hardware, during their public offering, was asked to resign because he was accused of dating an employee. And it turns out, number one, he wasn't even having an affair. And number two, he was dating a former employee, somebody who wasn't even employed. And, you know, others like the CEO of HP, the CEO of
No, you're
Best
quite
Buy.
right. There's a lot of history and precedent. And to Penny's point, maybe a worrisome issue with that. But, Penny, I'm wondering then, what if they go the other way to show that there is sort of at work a hands-off relationship? If the business doesn't measure up, you're out. It's impossible, you say?
I think it's impossible. The other employees, the team is fractured. When there inevitably will be, you know, a different relationship, certainly much more emotional ties to this one employee over the others. How can you possibly think that your work is judged fairly when put up against someone's lover? I mean, I actually think that and you know what?
Business is business is business, right? I mean, you're real quickly, isn't business business? If the business is great and those glasses look promising, they don't to me, but I'm no technical. If it looks promising, then it doesn't matter whether, you know, she's the girlfriend or Tiny Tim. I mean, it's safe.
Well, you know, there are a lot of amplifications of liabilities. We don't know what kind of accusations can come out of a relationship, especially at this high level. But at the end of the day, you know, you're right. Business is business. Maybe Sergey has thought about this long and hard. Maybe he's really in love with Amanda. And maybe their love will help blossom this new product and take Google to new heights.
Love is
Neil, he should have spent 5 minutes Googling why not to have an affair with someone you work with. He would have come up with all kinds of good reasons not to have done it.
All right, you seem very angry, but I can see what's going on. I'm kidding.
I'm
Guys,
passionate.
thank you. Indeed you are. Thank you both very, very much. In the meantime, hey, Jamie, you know, instead of pumping wells, maybe you should try pumping gas, because after that doozy of a trade that's going to probably end up costing you $100.